Hello everyone, and welcome to this video where I have yet another exciting announcement, the Alta Mining Division. Now this has been something that's been in the works with Sheppy5 and myself for quite some time in the development phase and all that good stuff, and finally I've started dropping some hints that there's going to be the mining division. A lot of you realize that, and then in the video for the GTC G1 I went ahead and said this vehicle will sort of serve as the basis for the new mining division. And here it is. Now this is obviously not the complete lineup. This is just kind of the start of what I anticipate will be an awesome lineup of heavy machinery and equipment and vehicles. So what we have on the left hand side are three various sized dump trucks, and here on this side we have three various drill vehicles or drill rig setups. So again, Sheppy5 and myself have kind of pushed this through, and it's not out yet, but you can expect to find it out quite soon. Now, of course, in my video for the GTC G1, I did show this truck. I did make some more revisions, but really this is kind of just your standard crew pickup truck or vehicle. But what's quite interesting is this trailer here. Now, this trailer has a very special purpose, and its purpose is to survey minerals. So if we pop into the back here and turn on the lights, you can see that we have a full laboratory setup here. We got a computer here, we got a microscope and computer here, a little coffee machine of course, and here is a setup where we can actually extract minerals. So the idea here is that on the underside of this trailer, you'll actually find a drill. And that drill can be operated from this control panel right here. So we can turn on the drill station, activate the drill, and then you can lower it and turn up that power. So that will actually get the drill spinning. And what's really neat is that you're displayed here with the amount of minerals you have. You also have the minerals here, and you can press this button and it's going to drop out a sample right there for you to study. So you want to find yourself a nice mineral deposit such as this, and you'll want to park the rear or the front of the trailer over that mineral deposit. So that is kind of the key for this part. You could see right now the front of the trailer is right over top of the minerals, so is the rear, but the front is where the drill is. Now if we lower the stairs, hop on in, we're going to start up the system. Now what's really neat is that this trailer is fully self-sufficient, including exterior lights, including a heater and floodlights. So if you are working at night, you can get a nice illuminated area, and the generator. The generator actually keeps up with the drill quite well. So if we lower the drill now and turn up the drill power, you could see that the number of minerals is increasing steadily. Of course, that is the same number that's there. So we're up to 5, 6, and we can collect up to 54 specimens here. Now if you press deposit sample, you actually get a sample here, and of course you can pretend to put it on your microphone or under your microscope. But not only that, you can still return it into this return hopper. So if you do want to have some samples but then also put them back, you're very welcome to do that. So this is sort of this trailer setup. You can see that it is increasing. We're still digging. We are burning a little bit of power, of course, but it does let you drill for a decently long time. Now the purpose of this trailer is to be used for surveying, so you can go and you can extract minerals and see exactly what you're up against, see if there's any type of if you're looking for gold, if there's gold or whatnot. But that kind of is what this trailer is served as. The next setup is a G1T, so it's the truck variant of the GTC G1, and in the back is a hopper. Now this hopper is pretty much for storage. It's not quite it's not a tipper, it doesn't tip up, but it does give you a nice ability to deposit anything that comes out of this duct. So we're going to take this truck on down into the same tunnel, and see the system that we could come across down there. So again, in this case, the front of the trailer is where the drill is. So you'll want to stop with the front of the trailer over top of the material. And then when you pop on out, this one has a very simple control panel here. So it's not as intricate or detailed, but it does get the job done. Now in here we actually have number 5 button and number 6 button turns on these lights to illuminate whatever it is you're working on and see the top of your trailer. So what we can do is actually deploy the leg. And in this case, I would recommend releasing your trailer and then taking the truck and actually parking it up against the chute. And I'll explain why in a second. Because the trailer is so small, it's not intended to serve as a storage, so rather you should have your own means of collecting the material, and in this case this is the means. So if we put the truck here, put it in park, all that good stuff, we may still be a little bit too far, but the idea is that you could drop the chute and position it over top of the hopper and allow the depositing of materials. So we're still too far. We're just going to park the truck a tad closer here. You could see that we're right over top of that chute, so that should be the right spot here. And this trailer is powered by batteries, so if you do have an electrical cable, which I think I removed in this truck, so I'm going to put that back, it would be a wise idea to plug this in and ensure that you're giving power to the trailer from your vehicle, auxiliary power. But what you do, you activate the drill, you drop this drill down to where it starts to pick up materials, and then you enable the dumping. So you can see that we're dumping material into our truck hopper, and this little thing is picking stuff up, not very fast. So like I said, I think it's not a bad idea to have the battery or have the thing plugged in, but it is able to drill. So not bad for a small setup like this, especially one that lets you kind of take it and be a little more portable. So that is this system. You get your chute, you get this, and you have your controls here. Now this third one is kind of a beast, and I really do like how this turned out. We used the buckle convoy as kind of the platform and added this massive thing on the rear, including 2 drills that you see here, a bunch of cameras, a bunch of storage, and a lot of cool tech that I'm going to explain here in a second. Pretty much you have your regular, engine bay, the massive engine, all that good stuff, and you have ladders to climb up. You actually have hopper access as well, and over here you can enable or disable the drills themselves, so if you want to turn one on or off. But the real beauty is in the cabin. Now we're going to fire this thing up. Obviously the Buckle Convoy XL, but in this right hand seat you actually have a display and a generator. So there is a generator actually mounted inside here that powers these massive motors for the drills. So this is a separate system than what we have in the actual truck. Now I will drive the truck down into the mine shaft and we'll take a look exactly how it works. But you can see just from this here that it's quite an intensive vehicle, of course, with a good amount of storage capacity. So as we approach this coal here, in this case we'll want the rear to be over top of the coal, but what I'm going to do is in the cabin you can actually see what the drill sees. And now we're drilling. We could even put the truck in park, jump in here and lower the drill down. You can physically see them drilling now, and you can see the number of material increasing steadily as the drills drill. Now what's also neat in this setup is we have a built-in dumper unit. Now that dumper unit will actually deposit material out of this side chute, and you actually could retract and extend it. So in this case, this dumper is in a good place to deposit if there's a vehicle parked beneath here, or if there's some sort of a hopper that you want to deposit into. So while this is increasing and drilling, you actually can do both at the same time. Which brings us to our dump trucks. So obviously the very small electric golf cart rat, this is still a functional vehicle that you can kind of deposit and bring material as you need. But while it is small, it still does have one single large hopper, so that is a decent amount of equipment if you really are in a pinch. Now this Buckle Howdy has a lot more hoppers, and not only that, you can actually tilt up the whole system to allow for easy dumping out of this funnel on the rear. And of course, I love this thing. The convoy here, you could tilt up. You can release this kind of latch on the hatch there, and it will deposit material out quite nicely and into whatever you need to. So here you have these vehicles. I actually want to take the Buckle Howdy dump truck on down here to our mining setup so we can use the chute to deposit material into here. So we want to park alongside the mining truck here. Make sure that the chute has proper access into the hopper. So that probably does. And then inside this truck we have the chute out. I'm going to rename that from pipe to chute, and if you press dump, it actually gives you a visual of the dumping procedure. So you can see now we are dumping from the mining truck into our hopper truck for easy transport. Of course, if you turn off the chute button here, or the dump button, you're actually going to stop and you're going to keep collecting in the actual hoppers in the digging vehicle. So it's quite a versatile setup here that I think we have, and I'm super excited to release it and see what everybody thinks of these vehicles. So there you have it, the first little bit of the Alta Mining division. Expect a lot more, just I don't know when because of how busy things are, but I have a lot of plans and a lot of ideas that are going to make this an awesome system, even interactive with trains and all kinds of stuff. So with that in mind, I'm going to end off this video, but let me know in the comments what you think of the mining division, what other things you'd like to see. I have other vehicles planned, other mining equipment. I have a rat mining equipment, not just Alta, but it's actually going to be branded the rats. I have excavators, loaders, other dump trucks, all kinds of other stuff planned. So stay tuned for all that. But until then, happy Stormworksing everyone, and see you next time.